Hello and welcome to Currency Conversion with Cubits Education. In this lecture, you'll use exchange rates to convert between currencies and calculate exchange rates. So, first of all, what is an exchange rate? An exchange rate is a way of comparing two currencies. It tells you how many units of one currency there are compared to one unit of another. If the exchange rate between British pounds and euros is £1 to €1.20, then £1 is equal to €1.20, as we have here, which means £2 equivalent to €2.40, so we're just doubling it. £3, €3.60, triple. £4, €4.80. So to get from pounds to euros, we just multiply by the exchange rate 1.2. To get from euros to pounds, we divide by the exchange rate. Okay, now something I need to mention before we continue. When using exchange rates, you must make sure you write down your exchange rate in the order that it is being given in your question most of the time. I will go through certain questions and we'll see as we go through them. But if you write something like this, and you remember that the arrows go in a clockwise direction, you should not struggle. And if you go clockwise, it's times, and if you're going this way, anti-clockwise, well, not really, it's still clockwise, but if we're going this way, it's divide. Okay, so if you're going from pounds to euros, times by the exchange rate, and if we're going from euros to pounds, we divide by the exchange rate, and this is the exchange rate. Okay, so if you need to write any notes, please pause the video, get those down because it's important. Right, so exchange rates also change daily, so you will get random different questions and you might think it's the incorrect exchange rate, but it might have changed, blah, 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 but that's not too important. Okay, let's look at a question. The exchange rate between British pounds and Hong Kong dollars is £1 is equal to 12.4 Hong Kong dollars. Okay. Aaron changes £540 into Hong Kong dollars. How many dollars does Aaron get? So what I like to do here is write out my exchange rate and write down my what I'm going to do. I'm in pounds. I have £540. This is my exchange rate, and if I'm in pounds and want to go to dollars, my arrow must go that way, and I must times by the exchange rate. Okay, I must times by this 12.4. There's no point timesing by this because you just get 1 times 1. Same answer. So you must multiply by this. Okay, so my £540 is 540 times $12.4, giving us 6,696 Hong Kong dollars. So it's equivalent. £540 is equivalent to $6,696. Okay, right. Millie changes $3,720 into pounds. So we're going backwards now. How many pounds does Millie get? Well, we're in the Hong Kong dollars. If we're in dollars, we're this side. And to go back to pounds, we must go the opposite way, which means we need to divide by the exchange rate. So we're going to take her $3,720 and divide it by 12.4, and that gives us £300. Okay, so if you remember this diagram, these clockwise arrows, and remember to write out your exchange rate like this, you shouldn't be able to forget what it is you're doing. Okay, so let's go through some questions. Tanya went to Italy and she changed £325 into euros. The exchange rate was £1 equals €1.68. Change £325 into euros. Now feel free to pause the video and have a go before I put up the answers. So go ahead and do that now if you want to, and press play for me to go through the answers. Okay, so if you've done that, we need to change pounds to euros, and luckily they've already written it out really nicely for us, and we just need to remember that if we're in pounds, we're this side, and in order to get to euros, we must times, we're going this way, so we must times by our exchange rate, which is 1.68. So £325 times by 1.68 gives us 546 euros. When she came back home, she changed 117 euros into pounds. The new exchange rate was £1 equals €1.50. Now remember, when we're going from pounds, we go this way, but in this case, we're going from euros, so we need to go this way. So we need to divide by 1.5 or €1.50. So 117 divided by 1.5 is £78. So I think that was quite nice and straightforward. They do get a bit harder as we go along. Okay, For example, like this one. Linda is going on holiday to the Czech Republic. She needs to change some money into koruna. She can only change her money into 100 koruna notes. Okay, just don't worry about that bit just yet. Don't panic. Linda only wants to change up to £200 into koruna, and she wants as many 100 koruna notes as possible. The exchange rate is £1 equals 25.82 koruna. And then it says how many 100 koruna notes should she get? Let's think about the fact that she's got £200 and she wants to change it to koruna. So if she's in pounds, she's here, and we want to go over here to koruna. If we're going over here, we times. So it's 200 times 25.82, and that gives us 5,164 koruna. Now, the actual question says, how many 100 koruna notes should she get? Well, she's got 5,164 koruna. So we need to divide that by 100 to work out how many koruna notes. So if we divide that by 100, it gives us 51.64, but there's not enough to have 52 notes, so it's 51. She gets 51 100 koruna notes. Okay. Okay. Rosie and Jim are going on holiday to the USA. Jim changes $350. The exchange rate is £1 equals $1.34. How many dollars does Jim get? Okay, so he has £350. We are going from pounds to dollars, which means we're going this way, which means we must times. So 350 times 1.34, because that's our exchange rate, is $469. In the USA, Rosie sees some jeans costing $67. In London, the same make of jeans costs £47.50. The exchange rate is still £1 equals $1.34. Work out the difference between the cost of the jeans in the USA and in London. Give your answer in pounds. So because it's asking for the number in pounds, we know that we want to change this $1 to pounds. Okay, so I know, just giving you the answer, but I know that this one's already in pounds. So if I change this to pounds, I can compare them. And also it wants my answer in pounds, so it just makes more sense. So if I'm already in dollars, I have $67, it means I'm here. And to go back to pounds, I need to go this way, which means I need to divide. So 67 divided by the exchange rate of $1.34. And that gives me £50. Okay? So it says work out the difference between the cost of the jeans. So obviously in London they were $47.50, and in America the equivalent is £50. So I just need to do 50, take away $47.50, leaving me with £2.50 difference. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Right, question number 4. Again, pause the videos at any point to have a go. Sorry, I keep forgetting to tell you that. Okay, question number 4. In August 2008, Eddie hired a car in Italy. The cost of hiring the car was £620. The exchange rate was £1 is €1.25. Work out the cost of hiring the car in euros. This is another nice one. So we know that it cost him £620, and this is my exchange rate. If I want to go from pounds to euros, I'm going this way, which means I need to times this number by the exchange rate. 620 times £1.25 is, €1.25 is €775. So that was quite a nice question. Eddie bought some perfume in Italy. The cost of the perfume in Italy was €50. The cost of the same perfume in London was £42. Okay. The exchange rate is the same. It is still £1 equals €1.25. Work out the difference between the cost of the perfume in Italy and the cost of the perfume in London. Give your answer in pounds. Again, because it wants the answer in pounds, we know we need to change this €50 to pounds. Okay, because I already know that it costs £42 in London. I want to know what the equivalent to €50 is in pounds. So I'm in euros, which means I'm this side of my exchange rate. And if I want to go back to pounds, I need to divide. So I need to do 50 divided by my exchange rate of €1.25. Sorry, €1.25, giving me £40. Okay, so the difference between the London price and the Italy price is only £2. Okay. Hope that makes sense. Right, so now then, question 5. Again, pause the video first if you want to have a go before I rattle on. Right, Tim is travelling home from holiday by plane. He buys some food and drink on the plane. Okay, Tim buys 2 cheese rolls, a coffee, and an orange juice. He pays part of the cost with a €10 note. He pays the rest of the cost in pounds. How much does Tim pay in pounds? Now, if we look at our price list, we can see it's all in pounds. So we need to work out we need to add them all up first. So he buys 2 cheese rolls, £3.50 each, a coffee, £2.50, and an orange juice, £2.20. Okay, the total is £11.70. Okay. Now, I need to know what it is in euros because I'm going to pay with a €10 note. Okay, or Tim's going to pay with a €10 note. So I want to exchange this from pounds to euros. If I'm in pounds and I want to get to euros, you must know this by now, I have to times because I'm going this way. So I do £11.70 times 1.25, giving me €14 and, well, €14.625 or €14.63. Okay, so I now know what that is in euros. I pay with a €10 note. Okay, if I pay with a €10 note, I'm left with €4 or €4.625 left to pay, and I want to pay that in pounds. So now I want to go back from euros to pounds. So I'm here in euros and I want to go back to pounds, which means I have to divide by our exchange rate. So 4.625 divided by £1 or €1.25 is £3.70, and that's how much he pays in pounds. Okay. If you want to watch that clip again, just rewind, go back to the beginning, whatever, anything that helps. Okay. Question 6. Stephen imports cars from the USA and he sells them in the UK. This is quite a tricky question. He has just bought a car in the USA costing him $24,000. It cost him £900 to import the car to the UK. The exchange rate is £1 equals $1.45. Stephen also needs to make a profit of 20% on his total costs. Work out the least amount that Stephen must sell the car for in the UK and give your answer in pounds. So, he spent $24,000 on the car. That's the first thing that I'd want to change to pounds. Here's my exchange rate, okay, and I'm in dollars here. So if I'm in dollars, I want to take my 24,000 and I want to take it back to pounds, which means I need to divide by my exchange rate. So 24,000 divided by 1.45 gives me £16,551 and 72 pence. Okay, I then must add on that £900 because that was also a cost of importing the car. If I do that, I end up with £17,451 and 72 pence. Okay, now I want to know what my 20%, I need to make a 20% profit. So I need to find 20% of this amount. Now here I've done it using a multiplier, and you must have seen that in my previous lectures on percentages. 20% as a decimal is 0.2. Okay, and because this is quite a long-winded question, it will probably be on a calculator paper, so you can use a calculator. So, because you can use a calculator, it makes life much easier because I can take my total amount that I spent and I can times it by 0.2, which is my 20%, which is £3,490 and 34 pence. That is my profit. That's how much I need to make on top. So I need to sell my car for this amount plus this amount. So I'm going to add them together, which means I need to sell my car for £20,942 and 6 pence in order to make a profit of 20%. Okay? Alright, I hope that makes sense. Right then, so we're now going to look at something a little bit different, and this is working out an exchange rate. Okay, so Pepe exchanged South African rand for New Zealand dollars, and she changed 2,000 rand into 320 New Zealand dollars. Okay, so she took her 2,000 South African rand and she changed it into 320 New Zealand dollars. What was the exchange rate of South African rand to New Zealand dollars? Okay, so I don't know what $1 was worth or 1 rand. I just know that 2,000 rands is equal to 320 New Zealand dollars. Okay, so you need to know what you multiply by to get from that to that, because this is the way we work out dollars or exchange rates, we use these arrows, don't we? We multiply by something or we divide by something. We don't actually know what those multipliers are, so that's what we're going to work out in order to work out the exchange rate. So, because I want to times something, I want to write the exchange rate as 1 rand is equal to something. Okay, that's what I need to try and find out. So in order to do that, I just do 320 divided by the 2000 because I want to know what I'm timesing by. If I divide the numbers, I'll be able to know. So 320 divided by $2,000 for every 1 rand, that's $0.16 for every rand. Okay, so actually what we did was times by 0.16 here. Okay, so if I just do the opposite, do the division, I'll be able to work it out. So 1 rand is equal to 0.16 New Zealand dollars. Okay. Now, sorry, I've just added there as well. The next thing that we're going to look at is working out the how many $1 is worth in rand. So it's the opposite. So here I've changed it around now. I've swapped them over. I've put dollars this side and rand this side, and I want to know what I had to multiply by to get from 320 to 2,000 rand. So what I need to do is exactly the same as we did before, but the other way around. Okay, so I do 2,000 divided by 320 this time, and I want to write my exchange rate like so. $1 is worth 6.25 rand. Again, you can do that on the calculator. So you're just working it out either way. Okay. So here are well, not quite 3 questions, but 3 parts to a question or 2 parts to a question that you can have a go at. So pause the video and see if you can work out which way round you have to divide to get the correct exchange rate. Okay, if you pause the video and had a go, let's have a look at the question in more detail. Nazia exchanged British pounds for United Arab Emirates dirhams, and she changed £275 into 1,685 dirhams. What was the exchange rate of British pounds to United Arab Emirates dirhams? Give your answer to decimal places. Okay, so I have my £275 and I have my 1,685.75 dirhams. I want to know what I multiply by to get there. So instead, I divide. 1,685.75 divided by 275 gives me 6.13. That tells me that £1 is equal to 6.13 dirhams. Okay. Let's look at the other one, the other way around. What was the exchange rate of United Arab Emirates dirhams to British pounds? It's the other way around now. I want to know what 1 dirham is worth in terms of pounds. Okay. So I've got my dirhams on the other side this time, and I put my pounds on this side, and I want to know what I times by. So instead, I do £275 divided by 1,685.75. Okay, that gives me 0.16. So 1 dirham is worth 0.16 pounds. Okay. Right, I hope that made sense. It is quite tricky when you're working out exchange rates. If you are unsure on the exchange rate section, feel free to send me a message or comment on the course. But the main thing that I need you to be okay with is the exchanging actual amounts of money like we did in the first 6 questions. If you get on fine with that, then you're okay. But if you are really struggling with the exchange rate thing, feel free to email me at info@cubaeducation.com or comment on the course. Thank you very much and well done. I'll see you next time.